bush down north-facing slopes. It's tough to see a lot of flames, but firefighters say the community of Forest Falls is very much under threat.
How threatened would you say this community is right now?
So it is significantly threatened. Today we're working very hard on trying to control the fire from coming off the hill and getting in behind the structures.
San Bernardino County Fire Assistant Chief Kathleen Opliger says one problem they're facing, because of all the smoke, it's difficult to get air resources on top of the fire. The other problem, just how thick the forest is up here.
We haven't seen fire history in this canyon since the 30s. So it is just so important that these firemen have the ability to move in and out of the homes without citizens impeding them.
By early this morning, almost everyone in town had evacuated. Around lunchtime, about 80 firefighters were positioned near homes to protect what they can.
We've got ample resources in there for the eventuality of the fire spreading a little bit further to the east in behind those homes. And we've had several days to prepare, so it looks real good.
And fortunately, it's not that windy right now, just a slight breeze, but we've been watching all afternoon and haven't seen any helicopters or heli-tankers on this part of the fire. A couple of miles down to the west, we've seen some fixed-wing aircraft, and then there's been a heli-tanker that's flown back and forth to go to another part of the fire. But for right now, here in Forest Falls, it's up to the firefighters on the ground only. Live in Forest Falls, Rob McMillan, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Rob, thank you. A tough firefight for those firefighters. Meanwhile, the Bobcat fire has more than doubled in 24 hours to nearly 24,000 acres. Still no containment. Several foothill communities in the San Gabriel Valley remain under an evacuation warning. The Red Cross has set up a temporary evacuation center at the Santa Anita Park. The Forest Service estimates the fire will not be fully contained until October 15th. It's still unknown what started that fire. With fires raging nearby, officials are urging Southern Californians to stay indoors due to the poor air quality from the massive amounts of smoke and ash. Eyewitness News reporter Sid Garcia is live with the very latest on how the polluted air is affecting people physically. Sid.
Colleen, let me tell you, the Bobcat fire where we are, you can see it behind me up in the hills above Monrovia. That is the source of the smoke that's blanketing all of the San Gabriel Valley. And here was the simple rule of thumb. If you can see the air you breathe and smell the air you breathe, you shouldn't be outdoors.
It's so bad out here, you can see and smell what you're breathing. That's why the South Coast Air Quality Management District issued a smoke advisory for most of Southern California. The Bobcat and El Dorado fires have blanketed Southland skies with smoke. Even for healthy people, it's hard to breathe in this.
A little rough, just with the smoke and all that. Obviously hard to breathe. Just kind of going through the day, going through my lifestyle still with walking and working out and everything like that.
The South Coast AQMD recommends that you avoid outdoor activities and stay indoors with your windows and doors closed. Air like this can be hazardous to your health.
This poor air quality is not healthy for anyone, especially people with allergies, people with underlying heart and lung disease, as well as the young children, women who are pregnant, as well as our senior citizens.
So here are the doctor's orders for at least the next couple of days.
You know, at this point, I mean, the safest thing is for people to stay indoors, have their air conditioning on, and make sure that they're drinking plenty of water and avoiding getting dehydrated.
And it's not just today. For those living near the Bobcat fire, they've been dealing with this for a while now.
The air is pretty bad. It's pretty bad, and I just try to breathe, and I sit in front of the fan all day, so it doesn't get in my house.
I couldn't even let the cat out. It was just too bad for him. So I turned the air on, closed everything up, and it's hard to breathe today, I have to say. I looked up the air quality, and it's very bad today.
And judging how the fire continues to burn, the Bobcat fire continues to burn, the air quality can probably be listed as bad for the next couple of days. And again, the doctors we spoke with today and the folks that we were talking to here today in Monrovia, if you don't have to be outside, stay indoors. Literally, we can smell the air that we're breathing, and the AQMD says this is the worst air quality they've recorded in 30 years. Live in Monrovia, I'm Sid Garcia, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Colleen.
Alarming information, Sid. Thank you very much for that live report. Dan Ramiro, you are tracking the haze and the ash in the air right now.
Yeah, and it's been going on, for a few days now, so it's really thick in the air. We got a couple of shots. Give you an idea from early this morning, the fire burning. Sort of the flames, as Rob McMillan mentioned, it kind of died down, but the smoke, that's still such a big part of this weather picture. As we get in tighter, we can see the areas of the smoke, not just of the fires locally, but smoke coming down from Northern California as well, just pouring into the area. So it's just crowding the skies with all kinds of clouds. And look at that haze on this shot. Just you can see that orange, smoky haze over the area, and that's going to stick around certainly for a few days. The temperatures are mild now. We're seeing numbers in the low 90s in Ontario and Riverside, right at the 90-degree mark. 89 for Hemet, 85 for Anaheim. But look at how cool it is on the coast. 65 for Oxnard. We're showing 71 Santa Monica, 69 Redondo Beach. So we got a little bit of that onshore flow going on to keep the temps on the cooler side. But man, that smoke, hazy skyline will hold for a little while longer, and then some changes are coming. I'll tell you about that with the 7-day forecast in just a bit. Right now, Colleen, it's yours.
All right, thank you, Danny. And we can find out those changes right on our smartphone.